Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to iCommand, and we are here for the finals of the May IACP Season 9 tournament. This is a tournament held on Vassal. As you guys know, it's our monthly tournament. We've got our final one that just started actually. We've got 14 players in our June tournament, but we got to finish up the May tournament first. And this was a big one for Christian and Herbie. I believe it is their first time here in the finals, at least for Season 9. I'm not going to say for all tournaments. I know Herbie's got a few tournament wins under his belt. Christian's a long-time IACP player. But for Season 9, this is going to be their first time in the finals. So this is exciting. And we've seen both of these players' lists in action. We've got the double Rancors for Herbie, rocking the Feeding Frenzy tech to allow his Rancors to become really hard to kill with recovery out the wazoo. Let's see, I think that's a neutral card. I want to bring up the Feeding Frenzy card for those that have not seen it. Vassal is always a little bit tricky. There we go. About bringing up Skirmish upgrades. So yeah, there's Feeding Frenzy, and he's got the Jawas to feed to the Rancors, and Jabba, of course, and Bib for focus and victory points and command card draw, and we've got Afra for recycling some of the powerful command cards like Survival Instinct and Ferocity. Although I actually don't think you can recycle Ferocity, because it happens at the end of the round, which is when... Oh no, wait, maybe I'm wrong. No, I think you can do Ferocity. And we've got Christian, who is playing a spy list, kind of. He's got Rebel Sabs with Cassian and Kotun to give them power tokens, and then also Baze, and then Bodhi to power up those, increase the range on the power token attacks. Mern to give Hidden Out to the Rebel Sabs, as well as Gideon, and then the Rebel Care Package. And no Skirmish upgrade, so all figures in that. I should mention that Herbie has the Smuggling Compartment, so it's going to be pretty insulated from any spy cards, although I think the only spy card Christian's running is the Intelligence Leak. And he's also Herbie's also running Unshakables, so going to have some resistance against the Saboteur's ability to stun the Rancors. Alright, so let's get into this game here. And let me check. Everything looks good on the recording. And we are playing on the Infiltration Games mission of ISB Training Grounds. This is mission B, and this is one where you can pick up the tap, and of course, reminder, the taps are at the back of the deployment zones. You can see there are ones in the red, there's ones in the blue. We're not going to zoom in on those because it makes me zoom out of the map. But a figure can retrieve them with an action, and then a figure that's carrying one of those taps can interact with a panel, which is one of these 6 neutral mission tokens. Although I think each one is a single panel, so there's 3 panels. To place that tap on that panel, that tap is installed. Limit 1 tap installed per panel. Taps cannot be installed adjacent to taps of the same color. So yeah, it kind of counts as 1 panel basically. And then once the tap is installed, it can be attacked, and it has 5 health, 1 block. And at the end of each round, each player gains 4 victory points for each tap he has installed. So we're probably not going to see too much tap installing in this mission. It's going to be a fight for survival, pretty much. Christian is tasked with killing these Rancors as fast as possible. Otherwise, they are going to wreak havoc, and it gets harder and harder to kill them the more damage they deal, of course. So let's get into it. It looks like Christian has initiative and has taken the blue deployment zone. And we're rearranging the cards here, drawing opening hands. And alright, we're doing Bodhi Rook's Smooth Landing ability. And then after that, we're going to be doing Cassian's Strike Team. So Bodhi giving 1 movement point to each figure adjacent to him, and now Cassian gives 2 movement points to 1 figure adjacent to him and to himself. And then, should only be 1. Gives 1 damage power token to up to 4 figures that are outside the deployment zone during deployment. I believe that was Kotun giving out a surge power token, but he accidentally gave it to 4 figures instead of 1, so that's probably going to be corrected very soon here. R2 drawing a command card for Christian. Looks like Herbie is passing. So now we see Gideon activating, going to focus up the Rebel Sab number 2 and play planning. Now Dr. Afra is going to activate for Herbie and going to move onto the door on the right side by the terminal, but not going to open the door. And 3PO going to activate, going to focus up Cassian. Now, of course, the reason why Herbie's not opening his door there, even though he probably wants his Rancors to be able to go through, is because if he opens that door and has Afra just standing there, Bodhi could move up 1, 2, 3, 4 next to R2 and open the door for Christian, who could then just start firing on Afra with long-range attackers like Khotun and Cassian. So Herbie keeping his door closed there, probably going to try and come through the middle area here by opening the door with this Jawa, this middle door, to allow the Rancors to come out. Now, interesting thing to note, though, is the Rancors cannot overlap each other, so they need to come in whichever side they choose to come from, or come down, or whatever lane they choose. They have to come one at a time, sort of. I mean, they can't, like, cross. You can't have one cross over the other to get an attack. Alright, so let's see. Are they going to fix the power tokens yet? I don't know why there's 4 surge power tokens. I don't believe that should be the case. But it looks like Mern has activated and provided the hidden token to both Rebel Saboteurs. Jabba drew a card and focused, I believe, one of the Rancors. Yep, the one on the left. Bib as well, so I think we're seeing both. Yeah, both Rancors are now focused by Bib and Jabba. We're down to just the Jawas and the Rancors on Herbie's side. And there's Bodhi moving to the door. So gonna both stand on the door there. And now we've got the Jawa, who, yep, has indeed opened the door to the deployment zone to let out the Rancors. Very Jurassic Park-esque, if you will. Oh, I'm gonna get copyright stricken. I better not do that. Baze going to move up to the middle by the blocking terrain, and now we've got Ren the Rancor coming down the middle, coming in hot. Oh, taking a detour though. Use Beast Tamer, I believe. Yeah, use Beast Tamer for 3 movements to go into the right side room, the big room on the right side of the map. And we've got Khotun moving to the left side. And now the other Rancor, Stimpy, is going to occupy the hallway in the middle. And let's see, that's going to cause the Saboteurs to take a shot here. Now, normally they have a minimum range of 4, since they have +4 accuracy on red and yellow. But this one is focused, so that brings it up to 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then with Bodhi, because it has a power token to spend, he is going to be able to get +2 accuracy, so minimum range 7 on this attack. So that range 7 attack, and here comes the dice. I do not know why there are so many surge power tokens still. I don't see any indication of what card did that. I mean, I guess there should be 2, unless he played... did he play Khotun's command card? I think he runs it, so maybe he did that. Let's zoom out. Nope, I don't see Khotun's command card. That's the only thing I could think of that would give all those extra tokens. But I don't see anything that would do that. Alright, so here comes the attack we've been waiting for. Spends a damage power token. Ooh, I saw a card get played. What card is that? Brace for impact. Okay, Rancor is going to add a black dice to its formidable black dice for 5 blocks. Now we've got 3 surges because of the hidden. Oh, interesting. Re-rolling with Khotun. Doesn't need that 3rd surge. Of course he doesn't need it, because he's not going to use Blast, and the stun is useless against Unshakable. So goes ahead and uses Khotun's ability to re-roll, since he did spend a power token. And that's going to be pretty powerful. It looks like we're going to see a 5 damage Pierce 4 attack. So that's going to do 4 damage to the Rancor. Oh, and I saw another card come down. Overwhelming Impact to add +3 damage and +3 surges. That's a very good Overwhelming Impact. Like I said, the surges aren't going to matter, but it is going to force him to take a strain from Unshakable if he wants to get rid of that stun at least. So, wow, that was 8 damage. 7 damage goes through. And yeah, Impact doing exactly what it was designed to do, which is punish tanky, super defensive figures that spam defense dice or spam defense modifiers. It ignores defense modifiers and it buffs the attack for each defense dice. And now I've got the second Rebel Saboteur coming up, going to take a shot at the other Rancor. I'm going to spend a Surge Power Token. And 4 blocks, got 4 surges, and he is also going to be able to reroll, but I wonder, he probably should reroll the yellow, maybe? I don't know, maybe the red. I think he rerolled the red, actually. He's not going to reroll, so he's going to do 3 Pierce 4, so 3 damage. Not bad. Unfortunately, when these Rancors recover, or when they use Voracious, they're going to recover off 2 of the damage. Now Cassian gets to activate. Oh, but he can't attack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's unfortunate. The Saboteur that attacked Ren had to move here to get line of sight, and that blocks off Cassian's ability to attack this round, which would have been helpful. Oh, I spoke too soon. He's got his command card Sniper configuration. He's going to use the Saboteur as his spotter and get up high and attack this Rancor. Totally makes sense inside a building. Don't question it. Don't question the flavor. Just enjoy it. So, Sniper configuration. Let's see if they put it on the table. There it is. Oh, I wish we would change that alignment issue that was fixed on the card text, but that's okay. But you can see there, it lets him draw line of sight from another friendly figure. You still have to make range, but it gives you +2 accuracy and a bonus Pierce 2 to the attack results. So let's zoom in back here, zoom back in. And his attack with a Surge Power Token. I swear, what gave them all those Surge Power Tokens? There should only be 2 from Kotun. You guys got to tell me. It's driving me crazy. That's a lot of surges. Yeah, Cassian doesn't really like surge tokens that much. He likes damage power tokens because he only has surge for +2 damage. Let's see. The range is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, he had the accuracy on the dice. So he's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's doing 5 Pierce 2. So going to do 5 damage to the Rancor and gets to reload with 2 more damage power tokens. Oh, 4 damage? Only 4? Why only 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Pierce 2. Oh no, did he forget to apply the Pierce 2 from the command card? I wonder if that's what's happening. So he only took 4 damage, should have taken 5. Unfortunate that that was the roll for the defense dice too. The Pierce 2 would have provided more value. Alright, it looks like a negation is being discarded. For the strain. So, Stimpy the Rancor ate a Jawa, should recover 2 damage, and used Unshakable to take a strain, discarded negation from the deck, and is now activating. So, oh, interesting, going to double move, and then plays Parting Blow when it steps on the Saboteur and pushes it out of its space. Technically, this space it was occupying is adjacent to the Rancor because all of these spaces are the Rancor's space. So this space is adjacent to the Rancor as well as occupying the Rancor's space. So that allows Parting Blow to be triggered here. Yep. And that's going to stun it again, but this is a focused Rancor attack. Now, it is a focused Rancor attack on a 3-point figure, but these SAMs do work, as we saw. They did get to unload most of their payload, though, already. So that's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the blank. So that is a dead Saboteur. So that's 4 points for Herbie there. And going to be able to use Cleave 3 onto Kotun, and going to recover 2 with the Feeding Frenzy. Now, I don't think Herbie... maybe I missed it, but I feel like Herbie forgot to use the Recover 2 on Voracious. But I guess he had to do it before Cassian attacked, so that's probably what I missed. That's right, the Rancor had 7, and then he must have healed down to 5. But then he should have taken 5, and so now he should be at 8, but he's only at 7. And, whoa, this is... what is this? Did Baze not activate yet? How is that possible? Oh, Baze was within range of the Rebel Sab. And let's see if I can find this command card they're putting down. There it is. Final Stand, Baze's command card. And so because that Rebel Sab suffered damage equal to its health while it was within 3 spaces of Baze, Baze is now going to be able to perform an attack and get a power token before he does so. Going to move 2 spaces. Back to... oh, that's a good choice. Uses a damage power token here. Ooh, on the 5. On the 5 blocks. That's the one you wanted to see for the Pierce 2 attack. But in this case, we're going to see... we've got 2 surges for +1 damage. Is it going to do any damage? I don't think it does, actually, which is unfortunate. So 0 damage to the Rancor there. Alright, smuggling compartment being used. This is end of round 1. Going to... okay, so since Christian had initiative, Herbie is going to have initiative going into round 2. He discarded his negation, but that doesn't stop Afra from excavating it. So we're going to excavate that excavation or that negation to protect him from take initiative here. Okay, there's the field supply card for from Kotun. That's what I thought he might have played earlier to get those extra surge tokens. Going to distribute damage power token, and he's going to give surges to the Sabs. I find it interesting that he's going for surge power tokens on the Sabs, because in this case you don't really benefit from getting a whole lot of extra surges. Like normally you want as much surges as you can, because like even if you got 4 surges, you know, that would be blast 4 and pierce 4. That's awesome if you're getting the blast, but he's not benefiting from the blast here. The only surge he's benefiting from really is the pierce. I guess technically the stun does deal damage to the Rancor, kind of as strain, but it's already stunned from Parting Blow, so I think I would have gone for damage power token there and maybe re-roll to try to get pierce surges if I really if I needed them. That's just me personally. But Herbie's gonna have the activation here, and he's probably gonna try and kill this Sab. He's gonna use Unshakable to remove the stun. He used Beast Tamer to get a free movement, and now gonna use Pummel. And what is being played? Oh, and Beatdown. So we get +1 damage on both of these attacks. There's the Rancor. And he still has a Jawa to reactivate this Rancor. No block tokens for Kotun. Gonna use Trained here, discarding Change of Plans from the top of the deck. And that is going to allow this Rancor to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, -3. So 4 damage to Kotun, cleave 3 to the Sab, and then recover 2 damage with Defeating Frenzy. And now the second attack doesn't get all the surges he probably wanted, but he could reroll. He might reroll the other green without the surges. Nope, but he is going to apply +1 damage with the Feeding Frenzy. Oh, interesting, you have to exhaust to do the +1 damage. Did not know that. That's fine, though. He's going to do +1 damage with Feeding Frenzy. And that kills Kotun. Ooh, Celebration being played as well. Does Christian have the negation? He does not. So Kotun is going to give 7, 8 for Jabba, and then 12 total with the Celebration. Herbie going to 16 there. And that's going to be it for the Rancor for now. That Jawa could definitely get up there and feed itself to the Rancor. And that Rancor, it was at 10, I guess 9 damage at some point, now down to 3. So see how powerful this combination is with Feeding Frenzy in the Scum Rancors. And I mean, actually you could play it in Imperial Rancors as well. It would be pretty powerful. Alright, we've got the Sab going to go for it. Spends the Surge Power Token. No longer has the reroll from Kotun. But hey, look at that. That Surge Token paid off for Christian. He's got 4. He's looking at 4 blocks. He got 1 surge. That second surge is going to allow him to pierce all of that and deal 3 damage through the Rancor's defenses. Oh, he's gonna do 2 and stun. Actually makes sense because Herbie did have to use Unshakable there, or he didn't actually have to. You know, Herbie could have just. Oh, I see. He did have to because he wanted to pummel. So Unshakable is exhausted now, so he can, by stunning this Rancor. He is preventing it from doing too much to reactivate. And the other one's also stunned from the other Sab attacks. And that Sab is going to run away to control the panel. Alright, and it looks like Herbie is passing. Going to save Jabba, not going to draw cards or focus. 3PO refocusing Cassian. Jabba going to draw a card and focus one of the Rancors. Mern going to activate. Going to hide Gideon and Bodhi. And now we're seeing Bib activate. Focusing Jabba. Okay. Interesting that he's not focusing Afra. I don't know why he wouldn't focus Afra there. And here we go. Cassian going to attack the the Rancor, excuse me. And he's got focus and a power token. 5 blocks, but he's got a pretty good attack roll. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to get 3 damage through on the Rancor there. And now focusing up Baze, and Baze going to go for the double. Oh no, Gideon focused Baze, pushed him forward 1 space. Now Herbie going to activate the other Rancor that hasn't gone yet, Ren, who has 3 damage. Has to spend an action to remove the stun, and then moves up to the bottom right door, which is still closed. And now Bay is going to activate, going to get his focused attack. He does get a token from Into the Fray. Or is it which one is it? There we go. Alright, here we go. Here's the... So spends the Surge power token. Hey, that is a good roll. Man, Herbie's rolling these 5 blocks like crazy, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yikes. Only going to do 2 damage there. Yeah, it took 2, and then I'm gonna spend the surge token again, hoping for max damage rolls. But it looks like he's gonna over surge a little bit. 3, 4, 5. Hey, there we go. Snake eyes. That's what we want to see for Christian anyway. 3 damage to the Rancor. He's got it down to just 3 health, but he's got to take it out before it can attack again and recover with Feeding Frenzy. But here comes the Jawa. Oh, okay, he's gonna reactivate Ren. Yep, gonna use Voracious on Ren, so recovers 2 damage. Why isn't he recovering the damage? Maybe he forgot. But looks like, I mean, Ren should have recovered 2 damage from Voracious. And we've got Bodhi taking a shot at the Rancor with a Surge token. 3, 4. No, that's not going to do any damage. Needs these Rancors to roll a little less hot on the defense. But here's Ren, the Rancor, opening the door because, of course, he's trained. He knows how to open the doors. Gonna focused attack on 3PO. That is a terrible attack roll, but I think it is still just enough to kill 3PO and get Cleave 3 onto R2. He's gonna reroll though. He's gonna discard. Ended up discarding Savage Vigor to the strain for reroll. I guess respecting the cower. So with that, that's still 4 damage, and he has the Surge to play with, either for Recover or Cleave. So we're going to Cleave 3 onto R2. And the score is 19-4 because we haven't seen a Rancor go down yet. So we're going into round 3. Now it's scary because this Rancor next to R2 is not stunned anymore. And that means we're going to see Ferocity being played to give it an attack at the end of the round. Oh, R2 needed to roll a blank there. He's going to go down. So that's 4 more points. All of these little support figures were really working against Christian here because of Jabba. And so it makes losing these support figures to these random core attacks really painful because he's giving up so much extra VPs to Jabba. So Christian going to get initiative going into round 3. We see take initiative played by Herbie. Going to use Calm Disrupt there to stop the take initiative. And Brace for Impact is being revealed for Excavation, I believe. Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good Excavation target. Not as good as Survival Instincts, but I bet we'll see Survival Instincts get played here. But it is Christian's activation. He's going to go with Baze. So far, Baze has been struggling against this Rancor to deal meaningful damage with these multiple attacks. But let's do it. He does get 2 Surge tokens because he's got 2 Rancors looking at him. So going to spend the Surge token. And the Rancor uses the Brace for Impact from the discard. And oh yeah, that's enough to mean he's only going to deal 1 damage with this first attack. He just has to do 2 damage. Come on, Baze. Oh no. And that's not going to do it. 1, 2, yeah, not going to do any damage there. I wonder if maybe he had been better off like opening the door with Cassian and attacking because he had a power token on Cassian, and Cassian has a much better surge abilities, meaning his attack is a bit better than Baze's. And Baze's main power is his ability to attack multiple times, which is unfortunately mitigated by the Rancor's double black defense dice. And it looks like the game log has ended there. I believe that is cause for concession by Christian, unfortunately, as it means he's now going to have to see that Rancor be able to attack again and recover again. So that means Herbie is the winner of our May tournament. Congratulations to Herbie. He played awesome. He did awesome with the double rancors, a signature list that he's been playing for a long time. And you can tell that, you know, we saw multiple people playing rancors in the April tournament and this May tournament. You know, I think only Alex made top 4 in the last one. But ended up not getting first place, and we saw Herbie did get first place with the Scum Rancors, and this Feeding Frenzy tech with the Rancors really strong. Makes them because they're taking so much damage, that recover is just adding health. Makes it feel like they've got like +8, +10 health. Really strong. So something to look at for future tournaments, for future events, and hopefully we'll see what the meta has in store for these rancors as we go into our final June tournament. And I hope to see you guys there. We'll be covering the June tournament, and then pretty soon it's going to be time for Season 10. That's exciting. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. We will catch you later for the next one.